traveled with someone from Nevarra once.
I'd heard. One of the Pentagast family, wasn't it?
Did you know her?
Nevarra's not a small kingdom, Harding.
I know, but with a name like Volcaran, I figured you're also nobility.
You thought...
No?
I'm afraid not.
You're really not a noble or something? Volcaran just sounds so fancy.
It's a commoner's name. My father was a butcher. My mother, a cook.
No offense, but you don't talk like it.
Oh, yes. Without my magic, my schooling with the Watchers, it's education that makes the man, Harding, no matter what anyone claims.
I, didn't say anything?
I'm sorry. I've had to argue the matter before back home. Please compliment your mother on those apple dumplings you brought back for us, Harding.
They're the best, aren't they? You try a pork one?
They looked delicious, but I abstained from meat.
Oh, right. Fruit and vegetables only. Sounds real healthy. I couldn't give up bacon, though. It's so good.
I recall.
You're so strong. So you don't eat meat, Emmrich, but can you eat insects? Are those meat?
Even they breathe and drink and dream. Every Watcher must decide where their balance of death falls, what they will and will not take a life for.
Don't worry. I wasn't gonna make you bug cakes.
I can prepare my own meals. I don't wish to be a bother.
But it's fun to share meals, and apple cheesy butter noodles are meat-free. If you weren't a Watcher, where do you think you'd be?
I admit I haven't given it much thought. And you? What if you hadn't joined the Inquisition?
Oh, I don't know. Might have gotten married, maybe. Children, vegetable garden, goats.
Do you regret not having those things?
How do you regret something you don't have? Don't know enough about it to regret it, right?
Excellent point. A botanist!
What?
I considered your earlier question, and if I weren't a Watcher, I should like to become one of the great botanists. Is that funny?
It's funny because it's perfect. I can totally see it. You tending to your garden, sniffing the dirt, discovering new plants, gently asking the slugs to leave your roses alone.
Well, I should think so. I would have spent a lot of time on those roses.
I'm telling you, Ferelden has the best apples.
The ones Nevarra imports from Orlais are quite good.
Orlais? It's so warm there, their apple trees grow easy. Fereldens have character. you're making something later tonight, Emmrich?
Just spiced porridge with currants and apricots.
Breakfast for supper? I'll be there. Can Manfred eat?
He doesn't need to.
But can he?
Where would it go? What has dreaming for the first time been like, Harding?
It is so confusing. Sometimes I'll be in a place I know, but mixed up, or somewhere I've only read about in books. And I'll be doing something, and then time skips back and I have to do it again, but it goes different or wrong.
No matter how hard you try to cleave to the original path?
Yes. Why? It's so weird. You know the first thing I'm gonna eat tomorrow?
Almost certainly a sandwich.
They're just so good. What's your favorite?
Cheese toast.
That's not a sandwich.
When I was a student, we'd make pots of rarebit and toast slices over the fire and talk all night.
Okay, but toast in cheese sauce isn't.
Harding, I'm not entering into an argument on the taxonomy of foodstuffs. Again.
I miss having a dog. Not sure the lighthouse would be right for one, though.
Why not something smaller, like a nug?
A nug? They're basically tiny pigs that breed like rabbits.
My pig Lucy was the sweetest and cleverest creature.
You had a pet pig?
Well, she was the neighbor's pig. I was 4 or 5. She'd always let me hug her around her neck.
I'd give anything to see that. Do you have family back home, Emmrich?
Close family? No. How time goes. I always thought I'd get married one day.
Really?
I was younger once.
But necromancers are just so dusty.
I've found companionship amongst the ladies and gentlemen of my circles, thank you. No one for a while, however. Until Rook.
Oh, you sweet talker.
I never thought the necropolis was a place for romance.
Oh, when I was a student, there was another boy I quite fancied. How I wanted to impress.
Of course.
So I showed him a corpse I'd been permitted to practice dissection on.
Sure.
Things were promising until the deceased sat up. A passing wisp wanted the body. Utterly destroyed the mood.
I bet.